What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Trill Collector, man. Coming to you guys, another figure review. Hey, man, I just want to say thank you guys, man, for checking out the last video on the Ichiban Kuji Dragon Ball Superhero Lottery, the Piccolo and the Gohan. That review really did well. A lot of questions about it, man. It was one of those Kujis that really wasn't a popular one, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was kind of weak, kind of lackluster, but nonetheless, there were some banger figures that came out. Of course, the Piccolo right here, you guys can see, and the Gohan, and I also told you guys I was gonna get Pan. So there she is right there, man. I was thinking about doing a review on her, but I'm probably gonna, I'm thinking about contemplating on getting the Goku and Vegeta. I'm contemplating on getting it, but I might do a review with those three instead of just having her by herself because she's such a small figure, man. But nonetheless, man, I have one of my most I'm gonna be honest, man, as of right now for this year, this is one of the best for the year. I'm just being honest though. We still have a couple more that's coming out this year. Matter of fact, we have one dropping on the 4th, which is this week. We have the Back to the Films 2 Kuji coming out this Saturday, and that is the one with the metal cooler, Goten, Gohan, Last Prize, DBZ, Broly, Janemba, Beerus, Turles. That's really a sought after one because we have figures in there, man, that we've never had come through a Kuji lottery. So before we get into this, man, thank you guys for checking out the past reviews, man. If you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. If you guys are just surfing the web, man, happen to come across your boy, go ahead and hit that like button, man, and notification bell so you guys know when I'm dropping content for you guys, man. And also, man, go and hit that like button, man. It helps your boy grow this channel more than you guys would ever know. So with that being said, right, I got some heat, man. I'm just being honest with you. It arrived yesterday, and this was a set that I really kind of, I don't want to say I want to pass on it. I'm being honest, but I didn't think I was going to get it, simply because even the overseas prices for these figures was ridiculous. Big Bad Toy Store, Toys and all those places, man. A lot of these figures were, in my opinion, were being overpriced, but when I did a little research, found out that these pieces were in limited quantity. So they're coming stateside, but they're gonna be limited. So if you didn't pre-order, I would definitely try to jump on that as soon as I can, because these are not gonna stay. I'm just being honest with you. They're not gonna stay on the shelf at all, man. So with all that being said, man, we have the B prize. This is the Android 17 from the Ichiban Kuji Fear of Android Kuji that released about 2 weeks ago. So we got this bad boy here. Next we have the Prize E, or I'm gonna say Prize D Android 19 right here. You guys can see, man, this is a bad boy as well. And then we also have the Prize E Dr. Zero, or Android 20. This is another beast of figure as well. And of course, one of my favorite Android figures, man, of characters in DBZ, Android 16. This is the last prize, man. So if you guys see this figure, the A prize and the last prize are the exact same sculpt, but we'll get into how they differ, right? So before we get started, man, of course it's the A prize, so it does not have a Toei sticker on there, but we have the picture of Android 16 here on the box. And as you guys can see, he has the Capsule Corp logo from when Bulma took the bomb out of his chest and changed him from Red Ribbon Android to Capsule, kind of like his transition to like being a good guy. Then we have the 17, the Prize B 17, the Toei sticker. Some more box art for this bad boy here. I don't have 18 yet. I'm contemplating on getting her. I've heard that these two kind of complement each other. So maybe in the future I'll probably end up getting her, but as of right now, it's not a big deal for me. Next we have the Prize D Android 19, which is the chunk of the figure of the lot. This is a heavy boy here. Toeway stick of authenticity. Got some pretty cool art pictures of Android 19 there. And then we have him in 20 on the side. And then him with his facial expressions, you guys can see. And then him again. And there he is. And last but not least, the man that started it all, Dr. Gero, or Android 20. So we have him with his Toeway sticker, more box art up top, him and Android 19 together. And then you can see the variation that you can have with his red ribbon hat off to where you can expose his human brain, which I think is pretty cool. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get into these figures, man. So first we're gonna start with Android 17 here. And then we're gonna go with 17, and we're gonna put the bad boy here, which is 19. Kind of get them in a shot so we can get them together there. Okay. And then 20, we're gonna put 20 right here, which I think is pretty awesome. And then we're gonna put this bad boy here, which is 16. So, okay, getting into these pieces, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When these figures were released, I didn't think I was gonna get my hands on them, I'm gonna be honest, because they were so popular. I mean, I'm being honest with you. Everybody was clamoring over them. They was, debating on getting them. They were pre-ordering them overseas and all of that. So, I didn't think I was going to be able to get them. And of course, if I were, I was probably going to have to wait until they became stateside. But looking at the prices stateside on Big Bad Toy Store, these figures were going for like $70 a pop, man. I think this guy alone pre-order was going for like 80. Android 19 was going for like 80, man. But that was because it was a limited quantity. They weren't gonna mass produce these and get these sent over, right? So it was kind of like that exclusivity type thing. I don't know if it was because of shipping with everything that's going on in the world right now with delays in shipping or what. I really don't know what's causing the price hike on that. But this set here is definitely very, very expensive. Okay. Getting into what the price, I know we're getting ahead, but pricing wise, man, these two figures alone here in Japan were selling for about $500. I'm just being honest, man. I've seen a listing for Android 19 and Android 20 selling for like $430, $480 just for these two alone. I was contemplating on why they were so expensive. Only thing I could think of is because we don't have too many Android figures in this scale. I'm being honest. We have a lot of Crane figures with the Androids. We have the S Culture Androids 20 and 16, but we don't have the Kuji Masterly scale of these figures, right? Android 17, he's relatively inexpensive. I've seen him go for like maybe 70 to $80 along with 18. So 18 and 17 and 18, you can get for about 80 to $90. Even the last prize 16, I've seen him sell for like $88. I think because of the height and the scale of him, I think he should have been a Masters extra figure. I'm just being honest. He should have been one of those big boys like Cooler, Cell, Jiren. He should have been like that. I don't know why they didn't feel to kind of make him a little bit bigger, but nonetheless, he is an awesome piece though, right? I just think they should have made him just a little bit bigger, right? So getting into these, man, detail on them, I'm being honest. The detail on these figures, man, are phenomenal. I'm just being honest, man. This Android 19 is definitely my favorite out of the entire lot. Just the amount of detail in this figure from his pants, like you can see the line in his pants, man. That's a lot of detail there. His portrait is, that menacing kind of, wondering what's finna happen, or he knows what's finna happen type picture on his face and portrait on his face or whatever. I think that that's pretty cool. The shading is awesome. 17, I really can't say nothing bad about him. I mean, he looks just like he did in the Android arc, that menacing character that just didn't give a damn about life or nothing. He was just terrorizing Trunks' timeline and our present timeline, man, in the DBZ universe, him and his sister. So very well done, very well crafted figure. I'm just being honest, man. The shading on the pants, you guys can see there, awesome. You can see how it transitions from light to dark, and then even his pistol has a lot of detail on it, which I think is really awesome. I think that that's really, really cool. Dr. Gero, or Android 20, let's get into him. One thing about him, man, that I think is really, really cool is that you can take off his red ribbon hat. I got that on there, sorry. And expose his brain, as you guys can see. It's really detailed, I'm being honest. I think that's really, really cool. This piece here, man, I think is one of the most detailed Android 20 figures that we have out. I think it really is. I think it's really sculpted really, really well. Captured his likeness to a T, that kind of manipulative, cunning type look, that sneaky type look, you know, that he has going on. I think that that's really awesome. And this piece comes in 2 pieces, as you can see. I'm trying to take his head off right now, but it's just his head and his body, and that's it. Well, 3 pieces if you count the hat. Same thing with Android 19. His head just kind of pops off here. This boy here, he's one solid piece, and this bad boy here, I think his head comes off as well, and that's it. But other than that, man, they're really simple, you know, simple figures. They're not really hard to put together or anything. Now, getting into this figure here, right? The last prize. Let's get into that. Get him up here front and center. The last prize, man, if you guys are familiar with the Nappa last prize, it's just pretty much the exact same thing. Only thing different, there's a slight difference to it. His portrait, his face is a little bit different. But the noticeable thing is he has the Capsule Corp logo over the red ribbon logo, right? And this is from when he kind of made his transition from evil to good, when he started fighting on the side of the Z Fighters during the Cell games, and when Bulma took out his bomb in his chest to where he couldn't self-detonate if he needed to. So that's pretty cool as well. I think that that's really awesome. Of course, Android 16 really had one of the most, I'm gonna say, like, I mean, seeing him, the way they Cell did him, man, I mean, it was pretty bad. From him removing his head and then, you know, having him crush his head, which in turn released Super Saiyan 2 and Gohan, and which how the Z Fighter was able to win the Cell games, because Gohan unleashed his potential when he saw his friend pass away. So, you know, that was one of the most awesome things about that too as well. And if you guys don't know, the Android saga actually goes back, androids go back all the way to DBZ. When the Red Ribbon Army was first released in, not DBZ, I'm sorry guys, Dragon Ball, when Kid Goku ran across the Red Ribbon Army. Of course, he fought Tao. He met Android 8 or Aider. So not only are they relative in the DBZ universe, they're also relative in the Dragon Ball lore as well. So with these pieces, man, some of the cons about this figure. This bad boy right here is heavy. I'm being honest with you, man. I think this figure weighs close to about, I'm gonna say about 5 pounds, man. I'm just being honest. Maybe 5 to 6. I'm just being honest. This thing is solid. There's nothing hollow about this bad boy right here. If you have this bad boy in an unstable place and he falls, he's taking down a lot of stuff. I really have him posted up in the D-top here with Cell, but I was then kind of afraid to have him there, because if he toppled over, he's definitely shattering that first shelf. That's how heavy he is. But he is balanced pretty well, so that's really not a fear. Um, Everybody else relatively light. Regular master lease weight. Um, each figure you see, kind of varies in height. Dr. Giro stands about 7 inches. I want to say 16, about 7.5, 8. Same for 19 and 17 is kind of on the shorter side, which is probably about 6.5. So, they're fairly decent size figures, height wise. But these figures are definitely a must have in your collection, just being honest with you. So if you guys are wondering how I got my hands on these figures, no, I did not pay $500 for 2 figures. I did not do that. Like I tell you guys, man, head over to Smash Collecting. I had a good friend of mine, Mr. Nefam. He had him up. He had this entire setup for Smash, and he had it up for like $65 a spot, and it was like a 10 spotter, I think. So $65 played one spot. Didn't think I was gonna win, and went to sleep. The next day, I had a flood of inbox messages on Facebook saying that I had won that Smash. So technically, if you look at it, I won this entire lot for $65. Which is kind of unheard of, being honest. That these 2 figures right here go for $400 to $500 alone, and that's no cap. That's honest. So this entire set, you're probably looking about, not including 18 and A prize. You're looking at probably about $650 is what this figure is right here. You're looking at about $650 is what these 4 figures are running. So to win it for 65, man, that's definitely a win. Definitely a win, man. So really, really excited that I won that. I probably won't win anything like that ever again. I'm just being honest with you. But to have sought after pieces like this and win them for little bit of nothing, that's definitely a thumbs up in my book. So if you guys are interested in buying these figures, like I said, 17, you can get him for about $80 to $90 along with 18 as well. 18, 17, 18, about $80 to $90, right? Same with the LP. I seen him sell for $88. I've seen him sell for $90. Solely because I think the scale of him is affects his price. I'm just being honest with you. We don't have any Android Kujis that I know of, but besides like Android 21 from the DBZ game, but she doesn't count. But I think that this is why. I mean, just like Nappa LP sold for like 86 to $100 maybe. So I think that's the scale, and all that has a lot to do with that as well. But these 2 here, I'm just being honest, man. These 2 are the ones that's gonna cost you a pretty penny. I'm just being honest, man. And I don't see them coming down in price anytime soon. Even when the Ichiban Show versions release in about 4 to 5, 6 months down the road, I don't see those dropping in price either. I'm just being honest. These 2 figures right now are last prize prices right now. So if you were to buy these 2 figures, you could probably get a Purunga, you can probably get Ultimate Shinron, you can probably, and I know you can get like all the Brolys probably. If you want to, you can probably get like 2 or 3 of those. But for what they are truly expensive. So be on the lookout for that. Even on Big Bad Toy Store, if you go look, I think these figures are going for like $80 pre-ordered right now. If they even have them up anymore, to be honest. So that's kind of where we're at with those right now. But man, like I said, these are some awesome pieces. They really, really are awesome. I definitely enjoy them. Happy to have them in my collection. I have them displayed here with the Perfect Cell, with the Cell Jr. It's kind of like a red ribbon homage, Android Saga type thing going on right now. So I'm waiting on getting the Imperfect Cell that's dropping this year, 17, and I think I'll be good with my Android display. So as always, guys, if you're on Instagram, man, hit me up on Instagram at Trill_Collector512. so we can see these figures and all I have in my collection from day to date. And if you're on Facebook, man, head over to Smash Collecting, s.m.a.s.h Collecting, and join up over there, man. Great group of individuals. We can get these figures and pretty much anything that you're looking for your collection. So, you know, as always, man, we're going to end it there. So if you guys have any questions, man, don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments. Hit me on my DMs on Instagram, man. We can definitely get this thing cracking. So as always, man, this is your boy, the Trill Collector, signing off. And as always, keep it trill and keep collecting. Until next time, bye.